All right, so today we are looking at quotient rule. So anytime you have quotient rule, you have division going on and you have the same bases. So if you had x to the m over x to the n, anytime you have that, you're subtracting those exponents, okay? So x to the fifth over x squared, you would say 5 minus 2. Why this happens is because it's telling you have 5 x's in the top and you have 2 x's in the bottom. And remember, anything over itself, like 4 divided by 4, that simplifies to 1, right? Okay, same with your letters. If it's x over x, they simplify to 1. So anytime you have pairs, they're canceling out. Like that simplifies to 1, that simplifies to 1, and you're left with just 3 x's in the top. Okay, if you look at number 1, so we have division. 14 divided by 6, they are both divisible by 2. So we have 7 when I do 14 divided by 2, and 6 divided by 2 gives me 3. Now that's as simplified as that can get. If I have x to the 4th over x to the 5th, that is like x times x times x times x over x times x times x times x times x. My pairs cancel because they simplify to 1. So that simplifies to 1, that simplifies to 1, that simplifies to 1, and that simplifies to 1. So I have 1x that's left over in my bottom. Same with my y's. I have 7 y's. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the top, and I have 4 in the bottom. So my pairs are going to simplify down to 1. So that simplifies to 1. That's 1, 1, and 1. So if I look at what's left over, I have 3 y's in the top that are left over. And then I don't have anything else to combine or simplify, so I'm done. If you look at that next one, 4 over 8, that would simplify to 1/2. If I look at my x terms, I have 2 x's in the top and 1 x in the bottom. So if I canceled out my pairs, 2 minus that 1x would give you just 1x left over. Same with my y's. 6 minus 5 would give me 1y left over, and then z to the 3rd over z to the 8th. Well, I got more z's in the bottom. If I canceled my pairs out, I would have 5 left in the bottom. Okay, so at that point, I'm done. Nothing else needs to simplify. All right, the first thing that I noticed with this next one is that I have some negative exponents. So remember, you cannot have negative exponents. If they're in the top, they got to come to the bottom. And if they're in the bottom, they got to go to the top. So I need to be conscious of that with my y's and my z's because they both have a negative exponent. Now, if I look at 25 and 10, I know they're both divisible by 5. So 25 divided by 5 is 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. I have x to the 12th over x to the 9th. So I have more x's in the top. So I'm going to have leftover if I canceled my pairs out. And 12 minus 9 gives me 3. Now my y's, I have a y to the 5th. But I also have that y to the negative 7 that needs to move up. And when I move it up, it becomes a positive 7. I also need to be conscious of the z's. I have z squared right now, but I also have z to the negative 3, which needs to come down. And when I do, that becomes positive. So 5 over 2 stays. My x terms are already simplified down. Now my y's, they have multiplication going on because they are side by side, and you're multiplying these, nothing's in between them. So 5 and 7 now need to get added together because that is product rule now. So 5 plus 7 gives me 12. Same with the z's. I have z squared and z to the third. So I have a total of 5 z's in the bottom. And at that point, I'm done. So there are several product rule, quotient rule, negative exponent rule that you need to look at and see if you can get the answers to.